Prayers up for Coach Prime. Deion Sanders' hospital battle sparks nationwide. Support few figures in American sports inspire as much passion, faith, and resilience as Deion Sanders, the man the world knows as Coach Prime. From his days dazzling NFL stadiums as prime time to his transformation into one of college football's most magnetic head coaches, Sanders has lived his life in the spotlight. But recently, that light has turned into something heavier, a reflection of pain, perseverance, and prayer. The football world froze once again when word spread that Deion Sanders had undergone yet another surgery to remove blood clots, a battle he's been quietly waging for years. This time, the news didn't come through a press release or a reporter's leak. It came from Sanders himself, via a photo posted to Instagram, showing him lying in a hospital bed, still smiling beside his son, Deion Sanders Jr., and longtime friend Adam Packman Jones. His caption was brief but powerful, a testament to endurance, faith, and forward motion. Even after enduring 4 hours under the knife, Sanders made it clear he was already thinking about getting back to the football field. Prayerfully, I'll be right back tomorrow because I don't miss practice. I don't plan on doing such. It is what it is, and we found what we found. I have a wonderful team of doctors at UC Health and a wonderful team of trainers here. For most people, returning to work after major surgery would be unthinkable. For Deion Sanders, it's Tuesday. A history of pain and perseverance. To understand the magnitude of this moment, you have to look back. Deion's medical challenges didn't begin this year. They've been part of his story for a while, and the story of his resilience may be one of the most remarkable in modern sports. It started back in 2021, when Sanders was coaching at Jackson State University. After dealing with severe circulation issues, doctors discovered blood clots in his legs. The complications were so severe that Deion ultimately had to have 2 toes amputated from his left foot. It was an unimaginable loss for a man known for his speed, agility, and swagger, traits that defined both his playing and coaching style. Yet, as always, he refused to quit. In 2023, he faced another health scare when he missed the Pac-12 Media Day to undergo treatment for blood clots in his right leg, along with surgery to repair damage to his remaining toes. The news stirred concern among fans and pundits. But once again, Deion came back smiling, cracking jokes, and wearing his signature gold chains. So when, in June of this year, whispers began to circulate that Sanders was dealing with an illness, many hoped it was nothing serious. But in July, Deion made a devastating revelation. He had been diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of bladder cancer. The football world collectively held its breath. He underwent surgery and treatment, fighting through nights of pain and uncertainty. By late August, Sanders had reportedly recovered, returning to his Colorado Buffaloes sideline with renewed vigor. For a moment, it felt like the worst had passed, until it didn't. A new scare. During the TCU game fast forward to Week 6 against TCU, a game where Deion's presence on the sideline was as magnetic as ever. But after the game, the coach's tone shifted. At the post-game press conference, he confessed that something wasn't right. Cat's out of the bag, all right. I think I've got more blood clots. It don't make sense. I'm hurting like crazy. I'm not getting blood to my leg. That's why my leg is throbbing. It was the raw honesty of a man who's lived long enough to know that courage doesn't mean silence. It means acknowledging pain and showing up anyway. Within days, doctors confirmed his fears. Sanders would need another 4-hour surgery to remove blood clots from his lower body. For many, it was déjà vu, another frightening chapter in a health saga that just wouldn't end. But this time, there was something different. This time, Deion wasn't facing it alone. A son's presence and a nation's prayers in his hospital room photo, one detail stood out beyond the tubes and monitors, his son's hand resting on his shoulder. Deion Sanders Jr., who's been both a supporter and a documentarian of his father's journey, stood beside him in quiet strength. Their bond, forged through years of public triumphs and private struggles, spoke louder than any caption. As news of the successful surgery broke, The sports world responded in unison. Prayers up for Coach Prime. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook flooded with messages of support, love, and gratitude. Thousands of fans, players, and even celebrities posted prayers and encouraging words, sharing how much Sanders has meant to them, not just as a coach, but as a symbol of perseverance. One post from influencer Sarah Harris captured the tone of the moment perfectly, sharing a Bible verse from Deuteronomy 32:39 with the caption, "Heal him, Father, please." Others echoed the same faith-filled energy. One fan wrote, "Let's go, Coach. You mean a lot to our culture." That sentiment wasn't hyperbole. Deion's influence goes beyond wins and losses. He's redefined what it means to be a college football coach, merging mentorship, faith, and marketing genius into what fans now call the Prime Effect. The Prime Effect, how Deion changed Boulder and beyond. When Sanders arrived in Boulder to take over the Colorado Buffaloes, the program was in shambles. Morale was low, attendance was declining, and the team had become an afterthought in the national conversation. Within months, all of that changed. Deion turned Colorado football into a cultural phenomenon. His charisma drew cameras, recruits, and millions of new fans. The university's ticket sales and merchandise revenue skyrocketed, and so did applications, particularly among diverse students inspired by seeing someone who looked and spoke like them leading with confidence and faith. He made Boulder, a small, quiet mountain town, the epicenter of college football. Now, that same community is giving that love right back. After news of his surgery spread, students, fans, and alumni flooded social media with messages like, "God's got you, my brother." Blessings, family. Prayers up. You've inspired us all, Coach. You can beat this, too. For them, Deion isn't just a football coach. He's a symbol of hope, proof that resilience can outshine even the darkest challenges. A coach who refuses to sit out even as his body battles fatigue and recovery, Deion's mind remains fixed on the field. He's made it clear that he has no plans to miss practice or step away from his team, even as doctors advise caution. "Prayerfully, I'll be right back tomorrow because I don't miss practice." I don't plan on doing such. That statement is classic Coach Prime. Part faith, part stubbornness, all heart. He's built his career around an unshakable commitment to showing up. No matter the pain, no matter the odds, yet this time, even his most loyal supporters are urging him to rest. Colorado currently stands at 2-4 overall and 0-3 in Big 12 play, struggling to find the spark that defined their early season. Many believe the team's energy is directly tied to its coach's presence. Without Sanders' fiery sideline charisma, the Buffs risk losing their emotional edge. But everyone, from players to fans, agrees on one thing: his health comes first. Faith over fear. Deion's message to the world throughout every trial, the surgeries, the pain, the sleepless nights. Deion Sanders has never lost his voice or his faith. In one of his recent reflections, he wrote, "I choose to rise up and not stay down. I want everybody to understand that you can make it. We've all got something to fight. It may not be cancer, but it's something. But you will overcome. We can do this." Those words have become a rallying cry for fans, players, and even people far outside the world of football. Whether they're battling illness, financial struggles, or emotional challenges, they see in Deion's journey a mirror of their own, and the reminder that victory is possible, even when it hurts. The human side of prime time. Behind the designer sunglasses and gold jewelry, Deion Sanders is a man who's seen both the heights of glory and the depths of pain. He's lived the dream of every athlete, then faced the nightmare of losing parts of himself, literally and figuratively, to health battles. And through it all, he's kept his spirit unbroken, even as his sons, Shedeur and Shiloh Sanders, face their own career challenges in the NFL, both still searching for consistency and opportunity. Their father's strength remains their greatest example. When Deion preaches about faith, discipline, and emotional balance, he's not speaking as a celebrity. He's speaking as a survivor. His story has become less about football and more about faith, a testimony to the power of belief in the face of adversity. A nation stands with Coach Prime. Outpouring of love continues to grow. Thousands of comments and prayer chains now fill his posts. From fans who've never met him to former teammates and rivals who respect the warrior in him. Messages like, "You got this. Coach, we're with you every step. God's healing hands are over you. Prime, you've lifted us for years. Now it's our turn to lift you." Even rival fan bases have joined in, setting aside competition to offer prayers for a man who's transcended sports. Because in the end, Deion Sanders' story isn't just about football, it's about the fight for life itself. The bottom line, faith is the real prime time as of this week. Reports indicate that Deion's surgery was successful, and his recovery is going well. Doctors are optimistic. His spirit? Unbreakable. His message to fans? The same as always, faith, resilience, and purpose. For Deion Sanders, adversity isn't the end of the story. It's just another game to win. The world is watching, praying, and believe.